Hi, I'm Sam. I'm the security manager at BYUH. Though not so many students show interest in applying for on-campus security work, there are those who, from time to time, end up looking for employment and subsequently getting employed. With such students on the agenda, we have decided to create a training program to help them know the procedures of working for us. For tonight's training, we have chosen our newest employee, Willis, studying here, but from Africa. Willis is an international student. Willis, step in here please, will you? Willis, if I may ask you, what is security?
Something to do with maintaining a safe environment, sir.
So, as it appears, Willis, this is the first time for you to work as security, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, here are the main topics. Are you ready, Willis?
More than ready, sir.
For starters, we will use this instructional room. Willis, I want you to come in and stand over there. Let's start by talking about dress and grooming. Computer, start the program saved under the title, Willis's Training Package of April 6, 2056. Right now. As it appears, our first topic will be about how you are to conduct yourself in appearance while on duty. As a respectable officer and our representative, you shall comb your hair, shave, wear a clean uniform which is well pressed, polish your shoes, and also speak respectively. You have no right to beat up anybody. Please take great precaution to have your clothes well pressed. We don't want you to pierce your ears or have excessive rings on your fingers.
Is it alright to wear a jacket over my uniform when it's raining, sir?
No, it's not alright if it's not provided to you by the campus security office. It's in our best interests for you to be seen in our uniform as our representative. You cannot wear flax or other unauthorized and unprovided coats. We provide you with a jacket which is designed for fluctuations in weather. We take this very seriously. Will you have a problem with that, Willis?
No, I am here to obey and follow the rules. That's what the security officer should be good for, sir.
I am glad that you are aware of that. So, let us review. We talked about several things, most of which you'll find in the handbook. We talked about polished shoes. We talked about well-kempt hair. I also mentioned that you should be in authorized garments, and face well shaven. As I mentioned before, more rules will be in the handbook. Please remember these instructions. Our next topic concerns classroom lockup. Classroom lockup is mostly done at 11 p.m. This is the time when all activities tied to classrooms are supposed to end on this campus. You may find that some students are disagreeable or uncooperative. Some will make you wish you could find another job. Others will make you contemplate on what exactly to do in face of the rules and procedures which govern you. But when it's time to lock up, just talk politely to the students to please move out. I want to lock down the classroom because it's time. Don't jostle or indulge in heated verbal exchange with anyone. And make sure that you are always on time. If you encounter any difficult problem, talk to your supervisor. Let me hope that you get me clearly.
I do, sir. I do get you clear as crystal. I don't want to step on anyone's toe, or twist any cat's tail.
That's the spirit, brother. That's the spirit. You shall have to be very careful, because if anyone complains about anything, of course we give first priority to those we serve.
I am sure I possess the necessary interpersonal skills relevant to this work. And more, I know which side my bread is buttered.
Alright then, Willis. Let us point out a few important notes here. Make sure to avoid conflict. In case of trouble, call your supervisor. If you somehow get hurt, the smartest thing is to call 911. Never forget to keep time. This is a British company, and British people are known for their punctuality. Be polite when working with fellow students. Remember, Diplomacy's the best policy. Do you have any questions before we start talking about something else?
Do people often get hurt, this being a security job which increases the likelihood of crossing paths with wrongdoers?
No, Willis. In fact, the chances of you getting hurt while at work are 1 in 10,000. But taking precautions and knowing what to do in times of emergencies is part of your duty. Computer, stop Willis's instruction package and load the simulation program. Welcome to the checkpoint simulation. It appears so real. I thought I should make it as real as possible for you, Willis. This is a checkpoint simulation. While at a checkpoint, ask for the visitor's identification and purpose of visit. Always stand at a little distance, and after waiting for the car to stop. Students who pass through here after curfew hours should sign before being allowed on campus. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand you clearly. Is that the guardhouse over there? Or is it the one over there?
No, those are extra entrances designed to look like guardhouses. Please, understand that while at the checkpoint, you cannot sit down. You should be standing at all times.
All right, that is fair enough to me. Thanks.
Now, if you don't have any other questions, we will proceed on to other things. Computer, create environment 2. There are times when you will see unidentified individuals trying to go over the campus fence. They could be desperate students, or community hooligans, but let me explain the rules of engagement. Never approach either of the two. They could be armed and dangerous, because desperate times call for desperate measures. In such incidents, ask for assistance. Base will always determine the final course of action. You have been provided with one of these. It is called a communicator. Use it in such emergencies as I have been explaining to you. Never summon unnecessary bravery. Do not show fear. We need a strong man who will be capable of commanding obedience just by his presence. Do you have any questions, Willis? I think it is all clear. Please, proceed on to the next topic. Alright then, computer, run a series of scenes programmed for this instruction, for effective work, and because you will not be alone on this job, the campus is divided into several areas.
Excuse me, sir, but by all means I was told that I would be the only one handling security here.
No, Willis. You will be working with several other guys. Now, as I was saying, the campus is divided into 5 areas. What you behold right now is a simulation of Area 4. This here is a simulation of Area 1. Don't worry that you've never been there. You will be acquainted with all areas when I assign someone to give you a tour. Area 1 includes the Dean's residence, the chapel, and the music department's studio. You will be expected to give special attention to the music studio. I hope you remember that. This is a simulation of Area 3, which includes the checkpoint. Where we seem to be standing is Area 2. It's frequented by all sorts of troublemakers. For example, the skateboarders. It's your responsibility to keep order. Since Area 2 is a classroom section, you'll have to verify identification, and regulate after-hour classroom usage by students. Do not tolerate couples after curfew in this area. Never accept a bribe, or any gift that might place you under the obligation to return a favor. Remember, you are the beacon of integrity, an example to the rest. This is the simulation of Area 5. It includes the library and a computer lab on the east wing. It's reputed to be a sort of flashpoint. Student conflicts are common here. Conflicts can get nasty and very violent. Follow the chain of command during resolution, and resort to 911 where you sense danger to yourself and those around you.
Could I offer mediation to resolve conflicts if they broke out?
I'd strongly advise against that. Though I urged you to exercise diplomacy, where conflicts are involved, you are to get all the help you can get your hands on.
Understood.
Area 5 is a recreational park for students. Keep your eyes on it, for you might never know what surprise is in store for you. Does it experience student unrest too? Not exactly, but I advise you to keep a closer eye on it. That is not much of a burden to you, is it?
Not really, sir. I don't tolerate trouble of any kind.
I like that kind of spirit. It's well suited with the kind of work we indulge ourselves in. Area 5 also constitutes student housing. When it's curfew enforcement time, try to be around here to urge students to get inside. Talk to them from a distance for your safety. Computer, instructional room mode, replete with traditional environment. Computer, load final instruction. You'll sporadically be hailed on your communicator. Base will be asking you to state your location. It's not very necessary because we can track you on global positioning satellite, but it's important to get word straight from the horse's mouth. So every time you are hailed by base, answer and state your position. I will reiterate that you report any abnormality on your communicator. The other important thing is for you to know when to change shifts. Sometimes you'll forget to move into another area. That will be understandable, as long as you don't make it a habit. Your other coworkers will not take kindly to tardiness. Remember to change shifts on time. Let us review. We've talked about the significance of using communicators. Can you tell me what else we've talked about?
Of course, sir. You've told me about changing shifts on time, besides instruction regarding other protocols to be followed while at work.
Very well. Let me hope that you'll be a responsible officer of the security team. If you find yourself in any confusion about what we've talked about, don't hesitate to come to me.